Just have to take a quick minute to thank our sponsors, Yellow Dog Paddle, Mackin's Rippin Lips Fishing Trips, NJFishing.com, and 8 Ball Sportfishing. Also have to thank our supporters, Psycho Jigs, Lip Glue, Nor'easter Hardcore Apparel, Hoggy Time Jigs, The Mimi Sick, and The Gambler. Hello and welcome to episode number 142 of the NJ Multi Species Podcast. I'm your host, Joe Santiago. As always, my partner, Chris Pereira.
I'm here. You know what I was thinking? You think John Gabagrini still watches?
I don't know. No, he doesn't watch live. I've never seen him comment, so he does not watch live.
You think he's working?
I don't know what he does. Who knows? I really don't. The guy's pretty mysterious.
He doesn't ice fish. Tell you that much.
No, he hates ice fishing. I'm pulling up the current Mayhem standings. Mike College is now in first place. Bob Darling falls back to second place. Matt Yanetta third. Chris Pereira fourth. And Chuck Manny still sitting there in fifth.
He got ahead of me for a second there, and then he went on vacation.
Yeah, he did. But Mike K caught a really nice pike. Put him up to 28 points. He is in first place by 2 points. The ice is starting to come off the lake somewhat. People are river fishing. Some lakes you can't get on without a plank. But yeah, it's starting. The ice breakup is starting. I know Finseeker posted an awesome video of the Delaware letting loose of everything.
Yeah, we walked right on an ice fish this weekend, even Sunday. I had to step over a couple inches of open water, but the ice was still good. I don't know, after there was no sun out, I think that was the saving grace of it. I think today it was 70 and sunny, and then tomorrow and Wednesday I think are similar. So I'm sure that'll put a hurting on it. But then you look at the rest of March and it's like
garbage,
30s to low 40s. I think we're going to be stuck with a lot of these lakes just having a floating iceberg in the middle of them that you need.
Yeah, it's going to be limbo.
20-foot plank to get onto. I don't know. It's going to happen. You always got the rivers.
Tonight we're having two guests on. They are from the Hudson River Fishermen's Association. The president, Joe Albans, and he's bringing on Scott Hafner. So they'll be here shortly talking to us about that club. And I know some of them are in our club, too. But yeah, I'm guessing they I know they just did a huge ice fishing tournament, so they don't just do Hudson River fishing. I know Kevin was in the ice fishing contest that they had.
Did he win something?
He might have, or he came close or something. I don't know if he won. But yeah, because last week I forgot, I have to mention the Gambler. The Mayhem on the Gambler trip is coming up. We do have a waiting list. If you give us a name and someone drops out, which people usually do have last-minute emergencies, and they look to sell their tickets. So you can contact us to get your name on the waiting list. And the Gambler is now booking trips and tickets for 2026. They are the closest to the inlet and the fastest to the fishing ground. Very, very long boat, one of the bigger boats in the state and the fastest boat. They're going to be running 3 trips a day when they get into prime season, including a night trip. And they're also going to be doing all their offshore stuff. So a ton of different options from the Gambler.
I think we're going to try to... Are we going to try to do another group trip at some point for something else?
So.
Maybe. I don't know.
I hope so. I don't know what exactly it would be for. A lot of people ask for a fluking one, a black fishing one, everyone wants everything, but yeah, we should try.
I mean, in sea bass, always cool just because, you know, sea bass being sea bass, it's just fun. It's like, I don't know. I don't think easy is the right word as far as like catching them, but there's plenty of them, and people that are newer to saltwater fishing can catch on fairly quickly.
And they're delicious,
I guess. So it's like, well, yeah, of course. So it's like, it's kind of like everyone, you know, even someone that's never saltwater fished or done anything similar before can kind of, as long as they, you know, listen to the people trying to help them, to pick up on it quick. It's not like other kinds of fishing where it take you multiple trips before you start catching on. So it's cool. I mean, this is what, the third? Is this the third time we're doing it, or the fourth?
Third. Yeah.
It's the third time. The other two, I mean, it was awesome. The other two times.
Adam Klapko just commented, blackfish next month. I don't think Gambler actually does the spring blackfish. Maybe they do. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't believe. Couple shout outs before we get the guests in here. We broke 5,000 subscribers.
Sure.
You know,
you have good days, but it's a tough.
I think we overlapped each other.
What happened?
I don't know. We broke 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you for that to everyone. Appreciate the support there on YouTube. Just hit the subscribe button, obviously. Shout out to Flopbox. Flopbox sent me a really cool new bait cooler, which I'm excited to use. And huge shout out to Real Yaks. We received the Kayak in the flesh. Pedal drive. The thing is sick. Real Yaks. So we have to shout that. That will be a prize for Mayhem that everyone will have a shot to win.
Yeah, you got to. We're kind of like we're doing it in a way where, like, so like you said, anyone can any club member has a chance to win it. Period. Like, everyone gets in the. I don't know if we're gonna do the random wheel, or pick a random ticket or whatever. It's some kind of random way. Everyone has a chance, and then I think Kevin will announce a couple of ways to earn like bonus chances. So, like, you know, whatever it may be, first place fish or your standings at the end, things like that, and that'll be capped at like 3 or 5 bonus chances, something like that. And then, have you had a chance to open the box yet, or no?
I have not, but I am working on a video to show off the kayak. It's just not finished yet.
It looks cool as hell. I mean, like,
I don't really want to open it because I just want probably the winner to take it closed like it is. But I am working on a video to show off all the features of it.
Oh, all right. Yeah, and if anyone wants to check them out, it's what model do we have? The Rapido?
Yeah, it's 10.8 feet, but
it's modular. It comes in 2 pieces that like secure together, so you could literally carry it in like your hatchback, like in 2 pieces. It seems
like it folds. It's pretty crazy.
Like it fits in the back seat of, like, maybe not a really small car, but like a regular sized sedan. It fits like in the back seat.
I'm gonna make. I have to finish this video that actually shows all the details of it. But yeah, it is really cool, and anyone in Mayhem is gonna have a chance to win it.
Yeah, and if you get a chance and you want to check it out to see before the video from their website, just head over to the Rapido model, Real Kayaks, REEL Yaks YAKS, and I haven't got a chance to look at it yet. I guess Joe didn't open the box yet either, but. You can check out their website, and it's an awesome prize. It's like, what is it? $1,500 MSRP or something like that. Like, real more. Nice pedal drive with the prop. I mean, it's got all the places where you can attach the fish. It's a fishing kayak. It's not.
Thomas Wyatt is saying, yes, they're really cool kayaks. Checked out their website.
Did he look? Yeah.
Yeah, they are really cool. I will have the video done probably within a week, and I'll show the kayak off. There's still time to join Mayhem, too. So if you want a shot at winning the kayak, all you have to do is become a Mayhem member. Looks like our guests are ready to come in. Joe Albans. So we will be back in 1 minute with our guests. Okay, so we are back with our guests. I'd like to introduce, and I don't want to screw anything up here, the president of the Hudson River Fishermen's Association, Joe Albans, and he's also here with the E-Board member, Scott Hafner. Did I get it right?
Got it. Perfecto.
Got it right. Guys, welcome to the NJ Multi Species podcast.
Thank you, Joe.
You guys should be honored. He usually screws up the intros. I think he's taking notes. Yeah, that was a long one. I honestly, I wasn't paying full attention because I was setting something up here, and I wasn't sure if he got it right till they confirmed it. So,
guys, we'll get right into it. Give us a little.
Albanese, but I said, skip it. Let it's Albanese.
Oh God, no. Just to jump right into it, give us a little history and background on this club. How long it's been around, how it started, what its goal and purpose is.
Sure. So we started in 1966, around the same time as the Clearwater and Pete Seeger started. And it was started by Robert Boyle. He was a writer for Sports Illustrated. He lived on the Hudson River. His friends were commercial fishermen that couldn't sell their fish at the Fulton Street Fish Market anymore because no one wanted to eat the fish from the polluted river, right? So they started the cleanup of the river. Very early on, they brought the first legal cases against people that were polluting the river because Boyle found an old law on the books that said it was illegal to pollute any river in America. So he brought the first successful lawsuit against a polluter of the river. And then as things evolved, he created the legal arm, if you will, of the Hudson River Fishermen's Association. And he hired Robert Kennedy Jr., who was a law professor at Pace University. Yep. Pace University, and he had his graduate students file the first follow-up lawsuits against polluters of the river. And then from that organization, we remain at the Hudson River Fishermen's Association, but Kennedy started the Riverkeeper organizations. And now Riverkeeper organizations span the whole United States and, in fact, the whole globe. And all of those organizations, riverkeepers, baykeepers, they're all fighting to stop pollution and degradation of the river. We join alongside them, but we don't have a legal representation, but we're a voice helping to fight for access to the river and to stop the polluting of the river. So that briefly is what we're all about. Yep.
It's crazy to me that, like, you think of this day and age, there's still companies, trying to find loopholes to pollute the river. I mean, like, it just still happens, despite the laws, despite the lawsuits, which obviously you guys won. They won those first lawsuits, I'm assuming. But like, it's just crazy to me this day and age that it's still happening.
It still happens. And right now, they're still talking about PCBs, removing them from the sediment of the river. And that's obviously an important factor. But, we like to see addressed the polluting of the river from raw sewage, from combined sewer outflow. A lot of the municipalities keep doing that rather than spending the money to fix that problem.
I think I have one of those fairly close to me. It goes into the Hackensack River, but
oh yeah,
basically the same story.
I fish near that one.
Yeah, I mean, I fish near it too, but I mean, the fishing's good. But yeah, I'm curious how high up the river do you guys go? Because I know I went fly fishing with a friend one time in the Adirondacks, and I was about 4 hours north, and I'm fly fishing. We were just like stopping at random spots on the side of the road, and we stopped at this one nice, really wide river. And caught a couple rainbow trout. And I remember asking him, what river is this? And this is the Hudson. And I couldn't believe it. I said, this is the Hudson River? It was like a beautiful trout river. Nothing like, like what I know it is down here.
Yeah, the river is over 300 miles long. It starts at Lake Tier of the Clouds up in the Adirondack Mountains by Mount Marcy.
Yep.
And so, all that upper reaches is all freshwater. Scott's I had never fished the freshwater portion.
I never fished. I fished up to the dam at Albany. That's as far up as I've fished.
Yeah. So, but and talk about fly fishing. We were fishing, where were we, by Bayonne, and we saw those guys fly fishing.
Yeah.
For
So your
stripers,
main-
obviously.
Right.
Your main concentration isn't actually on stripe. See, I kind of thought your guys' main focus was on striper fishing, but now it seems like it's more on actually like preserving the river.
Well, we're a fishing club primarily, but we're a fishing club with a difference. That's the way I like to describe what we're all about. We have a strong conservation bent given our history, and we continue to fight alongside Clean Ocean Action and with the American Littoral Society. We do all that. But Scott
There's definitely a strong emphasis on striped bass fishing because it's the third largest striper run on the East Coast. Behind the Chesapeake and the Delaware. So
Is it? I was going to ask that. It is behind the Delaware.
yeah,
Wow.
Even still, the last couple of years.
I believe so. I don't know the most recent numbers, but that's historically what it's been.
The New York DEC, Department of Environmental Conservation, just came out with new data that said there was yet another poor spawning success last year. So the young of year numbers were disappointing.
Yeah.
And we're hoping that given the cold winter and all the, freshwater snow and ice, that maybe things will change this year. Maybe we'll finally have a good spawn, young of year, going into next year. But
I would have thought that would not be good for them, but it is good for them. Like that much fresh water going in there and all that, and the cold water, the extra cold winter, all that.
Well, I don't think the science is conclusive in that. I think we just hope that that's going to be the case. What we do know is that, what do they try to control when it comes to striped bass regulations? If they try to control the fishermen, the commercial and recreational side of the equation. And certainly we have an important role to play by practicing catch and release or not targeting them during certain periods of the year. But the bigger issue is, I think, all the other myriad things that come into this. Pollution of the river, which we already talked about. Predation. Yeah. There's all kinds of factors that come into play.
Invasive species coming in. Like the goby is starting to work its way down.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would see, and then it's I thought, the gobies are good. The stripers will just eat them. It's just something else for them to eat, but they damage other kinds of parts of the ecosystem.
Huge smallmouth in Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. They gobble up those gobies.
Yeah, you think the stripers would kind of adapt to them?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're whatever swims their way, they're going to eat.
That's if they get past the predation of the gobies on the eggs. So.
John Dorn commented and he said there does not seem to be as many stripers in the river this year compared to past. Bill Martin commented Joe Albans is the king of fluke.
Philly Billy, how you doing, man?
See, we've talked about before, like it was a whole big thing when they wanted to have a whole season of not targeting the stripers or whatever else was on the table. And the same thing they said, the poor spawning class and all that. And again, I'm not a scientist. In the back of my head, I'm just like, that's got to be mostly because of pollution or something that has to do with the environment. Like guys fishing for stripers and keeping, the slot fish for the table. I'd like it to me that just like, is that really what's harming the spawning class? It's got to be something bigger, pollution, the environment, something else. I mean, right?
I think that maybe this year it'll be better because there's a lot of poaching on the river all winter long. If you find the right spot, you can easily go catch 50, 60 schoolie stripers any time over the winter.
And we've seen guys doing that.
Every once in a while they get busted. They had a guy last year with 60.
Wow. Oh my God.
I think it was up near Peekskill.
I know a couple of people that go in there and they fish for them illegally when they're not supposed to, but they don't keep them.
Yep. Yeah. And they really don't. I mean, I caught them in the wintertime, catch and release, but these guys are going, if they catch them, they're keeping them. And whether they're 12 inches long or 40 inches long.
I mean, we've seen guys take the fish, run them to their truck, and then come back and fish again, or leave them on a stringer in the water and come back after dark to get the fish. We've seen that. So,
do you guys? I know a lot of people are up in arms about the bunker boats, the Omega-3. In the river, like the way that I read it, a lot of people are like throwing sabiki rigs for herring. They're using bloodworms. Like it seems like it's a lot different. Do you guys not like focus on bunker as much?
It all depends on where you are on the river. I find that when you get up past West Point, if you chuck a bunker out there, a bunker head or whatever, it's most likely not going to hit. They're keying in on the herring run. That's why you get guys up there. A lot of them will be scat netting herring, which I don't know if you know what that is. They take
I don't.
They take a paddle tail, they throw it out, and the herring will chase it because they're during the spawn, and they have a big square net that's about 3 by 3, and they'll swim right up into the net, and you lift it up, and you get live herring, and they'll live line them. There is a limit on how many you can have. I think it's 5 or maybe 10. I'm not 100% sure on that. But when you get up to Newburgh and north, a lot of guys are doing that. They're live lining herring, but they will also drift bloodworms, especially in Newburgh. It's very popular.
Yeah, and bloodworms have gotten so expensive. It's like crazy to actually. Wayne Bishko just came in the chat, and he actually farms bloodworms. Wayne, thanks for being here right on time here. About to talk about bloodworms. But yeah, the price of bloodworms is like the cheapest I've seen is $20 for a dozen, and I've seen them up to $35 for a dozen.
Yeah, they broke it up into regular and jumbos. So, a jumbo bag of bloodworms, $25 to $35, depending on where you're at.
Yep.
One of the biggest fish caught in our spring derby one time was by this guy right here, and he was low on bloodworms. He had a piece of bloodworm
about 3 inches long.
He caught how big was 40 something, right?
It was almost 43 inches.
43 inches
on it. It was so full of eggs. I don't know what it weighed. I took a quick picture for our tournament and got it back in the water. But the girth on it was definitely the heaviest one I ever caught.
Yeah, especially in cold water, you never know. Like just little small pieces of bait, just the biggest fish, just sometimes not only will eat it, obviously, but like some days seems like they prefer it.
Yeah, I don't know. Bloodworms are like striper crack,
Someone just commented in New Jersey closed the herring netting.
I was gonna ask if, like, I don't know the exact rules. I've never even looked into doing that, but obviously it's legal in some places. It's also legal in Jersey, on the Jersey side, or anywhere you can do what you described, where they come in and then you lift the net on them.
I don't know the Jersey rules on it. I mean, guys do put out nets, gill nets for the herring, and they also for the bunker, and you're allowed to keep. I forget how many, but
I know they could throw They can throw cast nets, so I'm assuming.
So, but I know further up they do the scat netting because they want them alive.
Yeah.
I have to real quick interrupt. I know you guys were talking about possibly getting Eddie Mackin at one of your meetings to be a speaker.
Yeah, Arnie Ulrich, our membership chair, put me in touch with first you guys, and then he talked about Eddie Mackin.
Eddie Mackin. Eddie Mackin is a sponsor of this podcast. I real quick have to mention he is offering $75 off if you book a trip with him by May 1st. So if you plan to fish with Eddie this year, including red-eye trips, book one before May 1st and save $75. So call Eddie for your 2026 Lake Apacon fishing trip. All right. Sorry.
That's for all your listeners, all your followers?
Yes.
We're live. You guys ever fished?
We say they hear everything.
Yeah, you guys ever fished Lake Opakon?
I have.
I have in the winter time.
I'm not currently a member of the Knee Deep Club, but I have been.
You're a Mayhem member, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you're a Mayhem. We were just talking about the kayak we got, a pedal drive kayak we're going to be giving away. It's pretty cool. Mayhem has a lot of prizes.
He actually won, right? One week.
I won. You spin the wheel.
Oh, you won the tip up.
Won the tip up, and I asked whoever was doing it to give it to the lady that busted her tip up on that big muskie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did that one? I missed that.
Yeah, you're the dude that won the tip up. Everyone wanted to win that tip. It was a nice tip up.
Oh, it is. I have 5 of them. That's why I'm like, I don't need another lake. I go, this lady broke it. Give it to her.
That's why I didn't want it, because then I knew I'd have to buy 4 more.
Yeah, exactly. They're not cheap.
So when it comes down to actual club now, you guys meet, I know you told me Ridgefield Park every second Tuesday of the month. And like, what is a meeting? What is a meeting? What's it like?
You're right, Joe. It's the second Tuesday every month at Ridgefield Park Elks Lodge. The meeting tomorrow night, we're going to have 5 students, researchers that are analyzing the Hudson River biological monitoring data, and they're going to come present to us on several topics on fish that they've been catching in the Hudson River. They're going to give us an update on the shad population in the river, which has been, the prognosis of whether it might ever recover. We talk about shellfish in the river and some other topics in the river. But it's important to note, for Multi Species Podcast, you should know that Tom Lake, who's a naturalist, has said that he identified more than 200 species of fish that live in our river. So the angling opportunity, and besides our focus on striped bass, we have a catfish derby as well that Scott runs every year, right? I don't know if we'll do it this year, but every year we're doing that in August.
Is the catfish derby in the Hudson River?
Yes.
There's catfish in the Hudson River?
Not just the Hudson River. Go ahead. Sorry.
You get bullheads, white catfish, and
Wait a minute.
And shad.
Like how far are we talking?
Well, you can catch them all the way right outside of Joe's window here at the George Washington Bridge.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what surprised me is Scott and his friend were catching them on MEP spinners, right?
Yeah, we catch them on spinning gear, jigs.
Oh, on lures too. Huh?
Can I enter a saltwater bullhead? Like, I'll go for a bullhead in the saltwater.
I mean,
I don't know if you're gonna win by length on a bullhead, but I don't know if
why, they're really small? No, bullhead has its own category.
Yeah.
There's probably giant ones in there.
It's multi-species derby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Third place.
Are you?
Yeah.
Did that bullhead come from saltwater or no?
No, that came from Muscanet Kong.
So what other fish are in there that are, like you said, catfish? Is there anything else in there that the fishing's really good for that no one knows about?
Name every species, all 200 of them.
Yeah. I mean, the further north you go, the more fresh water it gets. You'll have really good largemouth and smallmouth fishing. Bassmaster does a tournament on the Hudson out of Catskill. The stripers will hold over all year long in some of the rivers up there, Catskill, Roundout.
These guys catch goldfish up there.
And we caught a 14-inch goldfish in the Catskill.
Goldfish?
Yeah. On a black hair jig.
Wow.
So you're telling me, like, if I went to like Edgewater, I might catch a bullhead?
I don't know about Edgewater. Is it maybe it's too sensitive?
We caught channel cats right here by the bridge at the
really
stop.
Wow. I never even thought about the Hudson River for this.
Yeah, I think because the rules as they were written, as far as like the different species and where you could catch them, there's obviously there's a freshwater striped bass, and the contest uses the boundaries that are, described by the state, where you need the freshwater license versus where you're fishing the saltwater, you need the registry. So it's for the striped bass, obviously, and then the white perch too, because the saltwater white perch are much bigger than the freshwater white perch. But the other species doesn't really specify, I don't think.
And a lot of our guys fish the Hackensack River for striped bass.
Oh yeah.
But you got to be careful. You have to know where that demarcation is, where you need a freshwater license versus where you don't.
Yeah, I know. That's basically my area where I live. It's the Cedar Lane Bridge. Like, once you pass Cedar Lane Bridge, you need a freshwater license. But yeah, you might have opened a whole can of worms here with the Hudson River that I could break Kevin's balls with now.
About carp too.
Is there carp? Yeah, there's probably carp in there.
I don't know how much each specific species likes the salinity levels at a certain point, but I know they're in the title.
Yeah.
So, what is if somebody wanted to join or get involved, what's the best way? Like, what does that entail?
Well, an easy way to join is show up at one of our meetings on a Tuesday night, tomorrow night, 7:00. But otherwise, go to thehrfa.org/membership, and there's the application right there. And you could also go online there, and we have a great newsletter, and that's free to anybody that wants to get the newsletter. And then if you want to just do that, get the newsletter, you can write to me, president@thehrfa.org, and I'll put you on our mailing list, and you could see what kind of events we have coming up and see if what we're doing is of interest of you and you want to join.
Yep.
How much is it?
$40 a year or $400 for a lifetime membership.
Yep.
I just want to also mention that we have a couple of events coming up. The first one, which is open to the public, and it's right out here by the George Washington Bridge. It's our 39th annual Hooked on the Hudson event. It's open to the public. We have food. We have vendors there from all these other nonprofits like ourselves. We're a 501c3 organization, so we're a nonprofit charity.
Fishing for the kids. We probably have 80 to 100 rods we'll have there with bait.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Bring kids down.
That's awesome.
Come down and catch one of those catfish.
Yeah, that's
remind
when we
me.
get there this time of year, it's catfish and eels. But you'll get a white perch and you might get a striper, but usually it's not stripers. It's one of those other species.
Can Joe come and pretend he's a kid?
Yes,
I might fit in.
If he shaves, he could pull it off.
I could just bring my own kids. Someone just has to remind me. There's so much stuff to do. I forget.
No, I was just gonna say, like, you keep finding out about another new club and another new club that you didn't either. Maybe you'd heard of them at some point. You never really took a second thought about it, or maybe you never even heard of them, and you just keep popping up. Like Jen Wong is in another awesome club. They do all kinds of cool stuff, and unfortunately, I forget the name, but. Like
it's the Newark Flycasters.
Is that the actual name?
It's close to that, yeah. Something Newark and Flycasters.
Yes, and they have a raffle to like benefit something with kids, taking kids fishing or whatever it was, and it's just like I want to be a part. Like I bought some raffle tickets from him. I was going to ask you guys if is your memberships all virtual? Like if I go to that website, I can pay virtually there or I have to.
Yes, you can pay virtually there. You could go thehrfa.org/donation if you would like to make a donation as well. Like I said, we're a 501c3 and our history is that we fought to clean up the river. We still fight for access to the river. But what I think people most recognize us for, besides our derbies and tournaments, is the fact that we have a youth angler program that takes disadvantaged youth out fishing. We have actually 20 youth angling events on our calendar this year. 20 different times we take kids out fishing. And we used to take them.
And some.
Who else? We used to take Wounded Warriors too. But
the last couple of years we haven't done anything with them. And Heroes on the Water, which is a kayak based.
And lastly, we're building a fishing pier in the Oradell Reservoir for people that live at Spectrum for Living. There's adults with severe disabilities, and the pier will be right across the street from where they live. They could just bring them across the street, and once that pier is done, we'll be able to open it up to other people as well. As long as you have a key to get in the reservoir and fish, you'll be able to.
I do. I have a key.
You can come. When that pier gets built, we'll see you out there, man. That'd be great.
There's going to be a fishing pier inside the reservoir now?
A fishing pier inside the reservoir. It'll be in Closter, New Jersey. We've raised far, we've raised about $90,000. We only need another $90,000, but we have a grant that's been written, and we're hoping the grant gets approved. That might push us all the way.
That's pretty amazing, though. You've raised $90,000 already to build a fishing pier. Now, let me ask you this. Why does the Hudson River like fish, you're the Hudson River. Why are you interested in a project like that, building a pier inside the reservoir?
It marries very nicely, if you will, with our youth angler program. We have these group of volunteers that are happy to get people out fishing. And plus, it's the Hackensack. We've been working with, actually, I mentioned how our club started the Riverkeeper motion movement, if you will. And Bill Sheehan's the president of the Hackensack Riverkeeper. He started with us. And the Hackensack River is a tributary of the Hudson River, right? So is the Passaic, and so is the East River. It all kind of flows into the Hudson at some point, right? So that's the connection. The two connections.
That's really awesome. Congratulations on that. That's amazing. I don't know. The camera
am I the only?
Itself.
I was going to say, am I the only one that noticed it was like the AI phone decided that
I don't know what happened
here anymore.
It started moving by itself.
It keeps tracking you.
It's a stupid thing. It's tracking me. I don't know why it's tracking me, but it's tracking. I'm a marked man.
All right, guys, I want to thank both of you for taking the time to come on here. Is there anything else that you want to say before we let you go?
You're up, Scott. It's tracked on you now.
One more thing is we're hoping to see you as one of our guest speakers, Joe.
I already talked to Chuck, and we are going to come. We are going to do it. We just have to work out which Tuesday it's going to be. But Chuck did say yes, so we are coming. We will be there.
And we'll be at the saltwater show, too.
I'll be there. What, do you have a stand there?
And we'll have a booth.
Booth
Really?
Booth 113.
Hold on. Let me write that down on my phone.
Who's talking? I only see Scott now.
113. I will be there.
You had enough of me.
For Saturday. Guys, I have to thank both of you. Hopefully I'll get to meet you in person Sunday at the saltwater show.
We'll be there. I'll be there all 4 days or 3 days.
And yes, Chuck did say yes, we will be coming to a meeting to give a presentation.
That'd be fantastic.
Cool.
I think tentatively we got you for September, but I could be wrong about that. But one day we'll get you in there. That'd be great, man.
I got to pick your guys' brain for fishing in New Jersey.
He said he will do it, 100%. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to come on here and talk to us on the NJ Multi Species podcast. And have a good evening.
You too. Thanks a lot, guys.
Scott, good luck. Good luck in the multi-species season.
Hey,
I want to see your name. I want to see your name get up there more.
I may join just to beat him.
Hey, that's what it turns into. Like bunch of friends get in and they start like competing with each other. Next thing you know, one of you is near the top and you got a chance to win the whole thing.
Yeah. But he promised if he wins, he's giving me the kayak. So I don't know.
There you go.
Well, that's going to be. I mean, anyone could win that, no matter what you catch. But
yeah, it's going to be like a raffle.
Like I said, just beating him will be enough. All right, guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Yeah. So for anyone watching, that's another really cool club. They're more like local to my area where there's not as much stuff to do like that around here. But I'm impressed by that pier. That's pretty crazy. They raised that much money to get that pier built inside Oradell Reservoir. And I've always kind of said like, I pay for the permit and I get the key and the access kind of sucks. And so does the walking. A fishing pier would be really cool.
Yeah, I've actually, that's one of like the kind of big name place, I guess you could say, that I've never fished there. I've heard about it.
You get the key, and it gives you access to two different ones. The other one's Woodcliff Lake. I usually do better there, but the Oradell one has hybrids in it, so try there. I've never caught one though.
I've seen pictures supposedly from there. Again, I don't know. I've never been there, but big fish. I mean, I don't know. I guess I haven't seen one in recent years, but go back 6-7 years. I've seen some pictures of real nice hybrid stripers from in there.
Yeah, they're definitely in there. Real quick, have to mention 8-Ball Sportfishing out of Point Pleasant. If you're looking for a 6-pack charter for this upcoming season, call Captain Dom and Kim. 8-Ball is now booking. Captain Dom is finally also doing offshore fishing, which he's never offered before. That's his own personal favorite thing to do on his own, but now he is offering as a charter option.
I already booked the weekend.
Booked the weekend already. Chris booked the weekend. I booked a triggerfish trip already. But I'm literally going for a triggerfish for my birthday. He's taking me to get one.
Is that the season? Is it during your birthday?
It's like he said maybe later in the month he'll move it if he has to. I'm going for a triggerfish. He owes me triggerfish. But yeah, he does the after work striper trips too, and he'll be out there sea bass fishing. Really affordable, great price. And if you don't have 6 people, he might just merge you with like another 2, or he might just go fishing anyway because he wants to. So book your next 6-pack trip with 8 Ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna do hopefully like a tuna tile offshore trip. Just gotta hope. Just need the weather.
I want to go for a thresher shark. That's probably what I will end up doing if I can find enough people.
Shark fishing, all right.
He loves doing that too. Captain Dom does like shark fishing. If you like shark fishing, he is booking his shark trips as well.
I found that like I'm coming to the realization. I guess I've probably known it for a while, but I'm like it's like really starting to hit me that like I like everything, and they're just there ain't enough time in the weeks and the months and the season. I mean, even just ice fishing, like that's when it really hit me. Is like there was all this stuff I wanted to do, and I'd do what I wanted to do, and then the next thing I know, 3 months is gone. Ice fishing season is basically over, and I'm like, man, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, I wanted to do this. Oh, you like forget, like there's so many things. Like when you like all these different species, you like forget to do things, and it just
but you also you got money too. Like the Chase Grossman texts me the trip date of a shark trip that he has booked on 8 Ball, and he's like, "Can you go?" And I go look at the calendar date, and it's like the next weekend is a Hershey Park trip. So I'm like, "Oh my God, I can't spend the money on a shark trip, and then the next weekend's Hershey Park." Like you can't afford to do everything crazy. It gets nuts.
When it comes to money, though, it's like we talking like your kids ain't gonna have a meal that week, or like we talking just like
a lot. It's a lot to blow in like 2 consecutive weekends.
I mean, dude, when you're like you don't need money at the next step in life, which is you're dead. Like the money is useless.
I gotta leave my kids some. I can't just leave them just fishing gear.
On, man. Your kids are going to be self-sufficient. They're going to have their own money. You don't need to think like that.
I hope so. I do hope so.
What?
The Hudson River Fishermen's Association just commented, the 2 guys you had on tonight were great. So that was them.
Do you think that was Joe Albans
100%.
that jumped back on and typed that about himself?
Yeah, definitely him. I have to real quick also mention Yellow Dog Paddle. Mike Herman posted the first video of the first walleye of the season for them from the Delaware the other day. He is, for the first time ever, offering spring Delaware River trips. Also doing all his trolling trips on Round Valley, where he does get a lot of nice brown trout, Lakers, and rainbows. And they're even doing bass fishing and catching perch and catfish and all kinds of shit on Round Valley. So...
big fish.
Yeah, the Mike Herman trips are available 2026. He is currently booking, has a lot of new stuff he's offering. So call Yellow Dog Paddle.
Or his website. All the info is on there too, on his website.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot on there. He has the new sponsor a trip program where you could sponsor a trip for 2 veterans or 2 whatever. You could sponsor trip for anyone, really.
Disabled people, like anyone you got disabled. You got like your neighbor's disabled and loves fishing, and you can't really handle taking them fishing by yourself. You can kind of like sponsor it, and it's like a gift, basically like a surprise gift, almost like, hey, you're going.
Yeah, I'm pretty much out. I mean, I don't have anything left. I'm planning on doing some fishing this upcoming week. I'm not going to say what I'm doing because it's secret, top secret.
I thought you were going striper fishing this past weekend.
Oh, it's terrible. The ice flows were unbelievable. Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
did.
did.
I did go striper. I tried to go striper fishing. I wouldn't even call that It was. I got my lines out and looked to my right. The tide was going out, and I just saw iceberg after iceberg coming. And I tried to even like cast the lines where I thought they wouldn't get hit, but it would grab them all. It was a nightmare. I ended up just getting furious and leaving. Um,
So
and then the
people are
next day, the ice
wondering.
floes were gone.
Yes, people are starting to wonder, like, Joe Santiago came in third place last year, and his name ain't even in the top 10. Haven't seen it all year.
I am not. I'm close to the top 10 though. I think I
Are
did
you?
just. I currently put a nice crappie up that's in second, which gave me 4 points. But someone knocked my sunfish off the board. But yeah, I definitely got to get going. I didn't do that well ice fishing.
That was me. I knocked your sunfish off, but then someone knocked mine off anyway, so you could blame them.
I did, like I said, I have ice fished private water my whole life. This was the first year I really got kicked out onto state water to try to, have to get points, and I didn't do that great. I just didn't.
I fished. I mean, look, like I fished a couple of new spots. I fished a couple of spots that I've fished for years, and I caught a lot of fish, but I didn't catch a lot of big fish. And
But the ice fishing is also just a bunch of holes in the water playing bingo with shiner down. I think once the ice comes off and the boats come out, we're going to see some things change on that board.
Yeah. Oh, 100% for sure. It's
I think
it's gonna start the next couple. Chuck's going to come back from vacation. All his river spots are going to be open, and he's going to go ballistic.
Yeah, he is. And I saw John Boss overtook sucker fish. Like, Chuck is not going to
That's going to keep Chuck up at night.
Yeah, Chuck is never going to let another human win sucker fish. So he's going to fish for a sucker now till he beats it.
And just so everyone knows, so sucker was not a species included last year. Like on the preliminary season, which wasn't even a full season, right? I think it was like some point in April to whatever, December 9th or whatever it was, or 6th. And sucker was not one of the species. But we all decided that, like, whoever wins can motion to add a species to the list, as long as it's not something ridiculous. And Chuck won, obviously, last year. And he really thought that sucker should be a species included in the list. And it's hard to argue considering how well they fight, right? You hook into one, you think you got a giant trout, you end up having a regular size sucker. Like they fight better than stock trout, let's be honest.
They're very accessible to almost everyone. They're everywhere, them things.
Right. And it's not like a fish where they're all the same size. Like they come in a varied range of sizes, no different than like the panfish. So basically, long story short, this sucker is now a part of a species list, and whoever wins this year will have the opportunity to add a species. And I mean, and for the saltwater preliminary season starts April 1st. That's only starting with 6 species, right?
6, yeah.
Striped bass, bluefish, fluke, blackfish, black sea bass, and weakfish, right?
Weakfish.
So I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with that. It all depends how it goes. Like if people like it, if people participate in it, then it grows. If not, then it does. I mean, the freshwater, everyone loved it. Everyone had a good time. Everyone fished more. Everyone got out there more. A lot of friendly competition, and it was a great time. Great prizes at the end of the year, and we didn't even have these the kayaks and the tuna charters from 8 Ball. Forgot to mention that. There's 2 separate spots on a tuna charter, bluefin tuna charter and a yellowfin tuna charter, that you can win by participating in the saltwater contest this season for the club. And
the Chuck Manny trip.
So those you have to be in the saltwater. You have to be registered in the saltwater season, which I noticed the other day. So there's there's 107 or 108 members, or maybe there's a couple more now. All of those members are registered in the freshwater, but they're not all registered in the saltwater.
And it is free. It's free.
It's free. So. Like it's $35 to join the club. So the Fishing Chaos app is free, and that you can decline their bonus. They have like bonus memberships and stuff that you can pay for the app. It has nothing to do with the club. You can decline all that. The app's free. The $35 to join NJ Multi Species Mayhem Fishing Club, and then once you're in the club, you can register for the freshwater season and the saltwater season, both free. And also coming up and also free included in the membership is the trout opening weekend contest.
Yeah, that's what Jen Wong just asked, if there'll be a bass tournament this year. I'm sure there will be a bunch of minis starting off with the trout one. Last year we did a hybrid and walleye one and a bass one. I'm sure this year Kevin has more of them. I'd like to see a catfish one for the weekend. There definitely will be a bunch of those mini weekend tournaments for sure. So if you don't like fishing the actual multi-species mayhem year-long thing, just the weekend things alone plus the raffles are really fun.
Yeah, and I just also want to make this clear that like once you join the club, you don't have to just sit back and think, oh, like whatever happens, like whatever they do. You're part of it now. So if you join the club and like, let's just say you and a couple of your buddies, you're like, hey, let's join the club. You join the club, you and a couple of your buddies, and you're like, yeah, it'd be cool if we had a catfish contest. Like you just said, it would be cool. We had a catfish contest on August, whatever weekend. And you reach out or us, and we'll forward it to Kevin or whatever. And you say that, and then Kevin sends out a message to all their members. Hey, would anyone be interested in doing a mini contest this weekend? If there's enough interest in it, and you only need, 10 people for it to be worth doing, probably. Oh, yeah. You're probably gonna get more than that. And if the interest's there, and then you just, Kevin makes
I thought the mini ones were really fun last year. So everyone was out all night for the hybrid one. Everyone was text messaging each other, seeing what the updated scores were. I thought they were really fun. I think the opening trout weekend one's your best 3 combined fish, and you could fish both days.
That one is free and included. The mini ones that may pop up based on like what people want to do, those are usually separate. Entry. So like they'll be like, all right, hey, we'll do a catfish contest the weekend of August, whatever. Everyone throw in whatever $20, and it just goes into the pot and it goes back out just for that mini contest, just between the guys that want to do that one.
Yeah, but to answer your question, yes, you will see all those, including the bass one. Why, Jen, are you going to fish with me again? If it's an open buddy, can we be partners now that we're both members, or do we have to separate?
No, you don't have to separate. Why would you have to separate?
I thought it was like, wasn't it an open buddy and you had to have an outside partner?
You didn't have to. You could partner up with someone that wasn't in the club, which
so Jen, we could do it. We could be partners again, defending champions of bass. Me and Jen, we would be partnered up again.
I could tell you who I'm not going to fish with. No, you know what? I won't even say.
I don't blame you.
It's not that I'm not going to fish with him, because he could come in my boat. There's no way I'm getting in Kevin's boat ever again. Oh no, you know what? I fucking promised him that I would shad fish with him in his boat. I'm going to die. I actually agreed to that.
Yeah, he's obsessed with shad. He hates saltwater. Right. Obsessed with shad. He's I don't know what to say.
He couldn't find anyone. I've got the shirt on too, the bi-state shad. he's like, oh, anyone gonna shad fishery in the bi-state shad contest this year? And I don't know what the hell I was doing. I must have been half asleep. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was just like, yeah. I said, do you catch him? Like, or do you know what you're doing? And he's like, yeah, I catch him. I'm like, all right, I'll come. And he's like, all right, as long as we don't sink, like we should do all right. I was like, I'm fucking dead, dude.
Or there's mice running across your lap.
Oh God,
it's always something great.
Yeah.
Next week's guest is a fairly large guest from television, but they're experiencing a family difficulty currently, and we don't know exactly how that's going to play out, correct?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is not a priority at all. But he didn't say he couldn't do it. He said, let me just see what happens. So I'm just waiting to hear back. I don't want to bother them.
Yeah, we're not going to bother them. So, but next week's guest is supposed to be one of the captains from Wicked Tuna, but it could end up in the air for now. If he's unable to make it, we'll be shopping for a replacement.
But he does really, he did seem genuinely he wants to do it. So at some point he'll do it. If not next week, we'll get him on a different time, whatever he wants to do.
And we're hoping everything works out for him. Stuck in kind of a tight situation.
Well, I know if he can't make it, and if she's available, I know you offended Kim Sorg.
Yeah, Kim's mad at us. Kim from 8 Ball's mad at us that she was never asked on the show. And I never even thought of that. And she would be a great guest, too. So if she was available, that'd be awesome. Kim is the mate for 8 Ball, and she's also Dom's girlfriend. But yeah, we never asked her to be on here. I don't know why.
I witnessed her badassery in person when Kronk tangled his line under the prop of the boat. And this is a inboard engine, not the outboard. So the line was all wrapped in the prop. It was all she put on like snorkel goggles and put a knife in her mouth and like swam under the boat and cut the line off with no equipment, just awesome. Goggles.
Yeah. So for some reason I don't know. It never popped in my head that we should get Kim as a guest. So Kim is standing by. If Wicked Tuna can't be here next week, hopefully we can get Kim from 8 Ball on here.
Should be the next best thing to the Wicked Tuna captain. But no, in all honesty, though, like if you're listening to this or you've fished with us before or whatever it may be, and you're thinking like, no, I'm pretty good at fishing or I'm pretty good at this or that, and like they never asked me. If you don't tell us that, like I automatically assume, because I've asked so many people that are like, nah, I'm too shy to do that, or I don't, it's not really my thing. I'm not good at talking, whatever the excuse is. That's happened so many times that I kind of just assume that if you don't say something to us about like, oh, it'd be cool if I came on sometime. Like if you don't say that to us, I'm kind of just assuming that you wouldn't want to do it. So we end up not asking you. But if you just mention it like in passing, like, oh man, like it'd be cool if I could jump on with you guys sometime. Like you're in, I give you a date, no problem, every single time. But yeah, don't be offended if we haven't asked you. We're just assuming that you don't want to if you haven't ever mentioned it. So he's basically
saying if you want to come on, you could ask us. Don't be afraid.
Just drop a hint. Like you don't have to straight up like ask if you feel weird. Like just drop a hint.
Well, I just got I got a package in the mail the other day, and it turned out to be from Steven Saltner, who's an author. He sent me 4 books that he read, that he wrote, and he signed them all for me. So thank you to him, Steven Saltner. But like, Steven, do you want to come on? Like, is that a hint? Did you send me your book?
A date.
I did.
I could have sworn. I mean, I didn't. I just skimmed through the emails because you had already answered them. I don't think he got
a date yet. I think that's another guy.
Maybe he said something. There was something in there. Either he said he would love to do it, and he didn't give him a date yet, or I could have sworn he was on there. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. So, and we're booked out pretty far currently.
Yeah, I think into like June at this point.
All right, so we're going to be back next week, hopefully with wicked tuna. If that don't work, if that doesn't work out, we'll have a replacement. I'm not telling anyone where I'm fishing this week. It's a secret.
Are you going sucker fishing?
Probably.
All right. Well, suffer for the suckers. Maybe, hopefully, we see you on the top 10. Although in the 10th place position we only have one female in the top 10 position, and she's just hanging on to 10th place. That's Katie Scholsky. Did I say her name right? I don't even know.
I don't even think that's her real name. Doesn't she yell at me for calling her that? Alex is in ninth.
No, Katie
Alex
Lynn is her name. I don't know what her name is.
Katie Slowski. Skolsky. 8th is Tim Keebler. 7th, Scott Howard. 6th, John Boss. I already read the top 5 in the beginning, so if you missed it, go back and watch it. But yeah, that's the top 10. I believe this year the whole top 10 is the podium. I think if you finish in the top 10, you're going to get a plaque.
Like really?
6. I think so, because the contest is so hard. I think the top 10, 6th through 10th, is still going to get a plaque. At least you're not going to get.
It's going to be a very small plaque.
Yeah, it's going to be a small plaque. But yeah, the top 10.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure it's either top 10 or top 7. The number increased as entries went up, and now it's up to 107. And I think it was one person for every 10. So I think it's at 10 now. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, and plus it doesn't really matter because if you ain't first, you're last. So.
If you're not first, you're last. But I will say, I mean, it's going to be hard to even get in the top 10. Like, just getting in the top 10 is not going to be that easy.
There's already still got about a month of open registration, and you've got the last number I saw was 107. So I'm assuming there's a couple more than that already. So call it like 110. That's going to go up by a little bit more. So you're talking about over 110 good anglers. I mean,
with 29 species.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a couple of different strategies, and that's what makes it so cool. Like, you could literally just target like smaller types of species of fish, and if you get enough first place, like bigger versions of those smaller fish, you could win.
You could also have 25 fifth place fish and have 25 points. I mean, there's all different ways to go, but yeah, I think that's why he is gonna do the top 10, because you're gonna stare at that top 10 board that gets posted all year. So if you're able to wiggle on the top 10, you'll probably at least get a plaque.
Yeah, and no matter what, you got chances at all these cool prizes. It's only gonna get better. But and real quick, by the way, I talked to Victor today. Still no answer on the muskie, if it's accepted or not. So that episode's on YouTube now if you wanted to look in there and get all fired up about whether you think the muskie should be a record or not. We'll post clips of it, I guess, since it hasn't been resolved yet, and we'll see what happens. I don't know.
All right, we will be back next week, hopefully with wicked tuna. If not, we'll be here anyway.
Yeah, we'll be here with someone. We'll be suffering. We'll be making someone suffer with us next weekend. All right.
All right, we'll be back.
All right, got it.